Lanzarote is a barren volcanic island, but ways have been found by its people to turn its origins to their advantage. The Spanish word jamios refers to a collapsed volcanic tunnel or lava tube. At this very popular site, its roof has partly fallen in places, allowing the creation of various features, including this underground lake. The lake provides a home for blind albino crabs, only a centimetre or two long, that are unique to this location. Further on, César Manrique, the architect, has created a terraced cafe served by an unusual bar. Higher again, the roof has completely collapsed, allowing the creation of a sheltered swimming pool. Reportedly though, the King of Spain is the only person allowed to swim there. Continuing on towards the sea, the roof of the tunnel is still intact, and a natural music chamber has been created with excellent acoustics for holding concerts. The climate in the north of the island is ideal for growing aloe vera because of the dampness carried by the northern trade winds. Our guide here is extolling the multiple properties and virtues of the plant, much like old-time travelling salesmen would the supposedly amazing powers of their elixirs.
And here we have a little fish. And here inside, this is the gel that we use for all.
She assured us that she was really 70, and it was only using the aloe vera that made her look so young. The town of Teguise offers some street entertainment on a Sunday in the square outside the church of Our Lady of Guadalupe. There has been a church on the site since the 15th century, but this is a 1909 rebuild following a disastrous fire. Another significant crop of the island is the grape used for winemaking. The vines are usually grown in their own mini craters, covered in black volcanic grit. This helps gather moisture at night and then seal it in during the day. The island's main tourist attraction is Timanfaya National Park. A central feature of the park is called Fire Mountain, and before a full conducted tour of the vast lunar landscape, there were a few party tricks to view to illustrate how hot the ground was just a few meters below the surface. Even the restaurant on top of Fire Mountain made good use of the free heat on offer.
Registering 800 degrees centigrade and enormous showers of ashes destroyed every last vestige of life. Fissures opened up and the eruptions regained their former intensity. This was recorded by the priest of Yaitse as follows. On the 18th of October 1730, 3 new openings formed on top of Santa Catalina and from other outlets. The explosions that followed this phenomenon, together with the intense darkness produced by masses of ashes and smoke covering the whole island, caused the inhabitants of Yaitsa to take flight several times. The lava streams and showers of volcanic grains totally destroyed around 30 hamlets, besides causing serious damage to another 20 small villages. Large areas under cultivation were also destroyed, together with crops, barns, water catchments, pasture lands and livestock. Very fluid lava flows poured from the cones of the volcanoes, which spread out till reaching the coast. Some of the immense streams of molten lava flowed through subterranean channels, allowing us to see the red and black colors of the lava. Petrified stalactites and stalagmites stand as mute witnesses to the burning flows of lava. Fluctuations of 20 degrees between day and night would make it almost impossible for animal life to exist. All one sees are small succulent plants or thorn bushes in the Valley of Tranquility landscape, where time seems to have stood still under the pressure of the intense heat. Volcanic grains are the most predominant of all materials emitted during the eruptions, whose texture contrasts with that of the magma seen in the Sea of Lava. Only a minimum of plant life takes root in these areas, where even lichens are very rare.
The Lagomar house is built into the side of a cliff. It is now a museum and is interesting in itself, but also for its association with Omar Sharif. The house was bought by him at a price of over £4 million, but legend has it that he almost immediately lost it back to the builder in a gamble when playing bridge. The house bears many of the hallmarks of César Manrique, the architect who set building standards for the whole island of Lanzarote. Guidebooks do warn that the museum is not suitable for disabled people to visit, which is something of an understatement given the maze of passageways linking the caves and what seems like endless staircases, both internal and external. The west coast of Lanzarote offers two more natural phenomena. The first is an emerald green lagoon close to the little village of El Golfo. The colour is created by a chemical reaction between the volcanic elements in the rocks and the salt in the sea water. Further down the coast is Los Herbivoros, which translates as the boiling pots. Here there is a cliff-top path that weaves through the boulders, giving access to a series of blowholes. Down through these can be seen a troubled sea as it hits and undercuts the cliff. On some days when the tide is high and the wind is offshore, the water can be seen spouting up above the top of the cliffs.